This video message is to Donald Trump, President-Elect of the United States. I'm demanding the release of my son, Duke Sean Sherman, and 200,000 other kidnapped children who are wrongfully retained in the United States. Dear Mr. President-Elect, justice delayed is justice denied. My name is Stefan Sherman. I'm the father of Duke Sean Sherman, a German citizen, born in Marbella, Spain, who has no connection and ties to America whatsoever, except that he's been wrongfully retained in your country. Duke Sean Sherman, my son, who has been kidnapped by his illegal alien Filipino mother, Jubilee Angqui. I and my son have undergone emotional, mental, as well as psychological torture in the pursuit of my son, Duke Sean Sherman, who has been kidnapped by my wife, Jubilee Angqui. My tireless efforts through the corridors of justice to relocate my child back to his legal domicile in Marbella, Spain, or his country of citizenship, Germany, has borne no fruits due to the rigged and corrupt immigration and criminal system. You have witnessed the way of corruption and how it is destroying the moral fabric by allowing judges to create sanctuary cities that facilitate the perpetration of offenses by illegal immigrants. My only child has become a victim of society that is flourishing on corruption and violation of the law. As you are aware, it is not an easy task to find such criminal system that thrives on corruption, as you will become a big loser. Human trafficking is a crime against humanity. Mr. President-Elect, child kidnapping in the United States has become the order of the day, as illegal aliens are kidnapping more than 200,000 innocent children each year. My son is one of those victims. You are aware that this inhuman act is being aided by the federal immigration and court system that are rotten, corrupt, and outrageous. As a result, parents who are left behind, including myself, suffer because of such system, and we do not have the chance to see our children ever again. One of your promises to the American people during the campaign was to enforce the immigration laws as well as to arrest illegal immigrants. My wife is an illegal alien, and she is perpetrating a crime against humanity by wrongfully detaining my son. She is carrying out this act with the help of her criminal boyfriend, Jonathan Link Tedrick, who has been convicted more than 10 times of multiple misdemeanors, including battery, assault, and drug-related crimes. A bunch of corrupt judges has gone against the American Constitution and the federal immigration laws and have conspired to legally kidnap my son and to protect my illegal alien wife. My child has been wrongfully retained in the USA as an illegal alien without my consent. By doing so, an illegal alien received a perverse incentive and has been granted 100% custody of my detained son. This act is not permitted under the Constitution. Basing on this, I have the legal right to the custody of my child, and your intervention on this matter will be of significance to thousands of parents facing the same predicament. Therefore, I demand the release of my son, as he's a victim of child kidnapping being facilitated by rough individuals. The Constitution and several Supreme Court cases clearly stipulate that a divorce judgment that is obtained by fraudulent means shall be considered as nil and void by the federal courts. Despite this law being in existence, my wife conspired with some individuals of the judicial system and obtained the divorce by fraud. Mr. Trump, you are consistent with the international law of such an act of fraudulent divorce cannot be recognized in my country of citizenship, which is Germany. Neither will this fraudulent divorce be recognized in the Philippines, which is the home country of my wife. The Republic of the Philippines is usually very strict with divorce cases, and it does not acknowledge such cases brought up by its citizens. Additionally, the law is very precise to the custodial rights of children. For instance, the custodial rights of a parent shall be denied if he or she disregards the law. Apart from my wife being in the United States illegally, she has violated the American and Filipinos law by obtaining a divorce judgment unconstitutionally. This action is contradictory to the best interest of my son. As you can see, my wife should lose the custodial rights of the child for violating the law, and he should be released to me. As a parent, I have the fundamental right to my son's custody as enshrined in the American Constitution. Mr. Trump, you are a parent and you comprehend how it feels to lose your precious child to people who have breached the law of the land. The immediate release of my son is all I can request from you. Corruption has become the norm of the day in the United States criminal system, including the FBI, the Sheriff's Office, Attorney General Loretta Lynch, the Governor of the state of Florida, the Attorney General of Florida, and the DHS. I'm familiar with cases where criminal charges have been filed by the left-behind parent against an illegal immigrant who has retained a child to the state officers. To my dismay, they have safeguarded the illegal alien who has kidnapped the child. Some of them have even gone forward to declare that they are not responsible for handling the case. The case, together with mine, reveals how child kidnapping and enforced disappearance is taking place in America at an alarming rate with the aid of corrupt individuals and criminal government officials. As a native citizen of the United States, you are aware of such acts that are violating the legal rights of innocent children, and you even mentioned during your campaign the same thing. I demand that my son Sean should be released based on these facts. Every child has the right to human wants, including education, shelter, as well as medication. You are consequent with the Affordable Care Act that prohibits illegal immigrants and their children from obtaining medical insurance. In my case, my child becomes sick. Seeking care may be a challenging task. In addition to being held by an illegal immigrant, my kid's liberty and freedom to return to Germany, which is his country of citizenship, have been deprived. This action constitutes a 100% infringement of federal immigration laws and the United Nations Convention for the Protection of Children. As you can see, Mr. President-elect, this is a total violation of the best interest of my child, who is absolutely innocent. I want my son back so that I can provide for him the core needs of his life that he cannot receive while still being illegally withheld in America. Mr. Trump, as a law-abiding citizen of your great nation, you are aware that any illegal immigrant who is not naturalized in the United States does not have the legal right to reside in this country. He or she should be deported to their countries of origin after being jailed for child kidnapping offenses, such as my wife. My wife is one of them who faced multiple charges of being in America illegally, kidnapping my son, and depriving him of his liberty. As you are familiar with corruption and a rigged immigration system, I have much confidence in your capacity as the new US president to get back my child and imprison my wife and her criminal boyfriend, Jonathan Link Tedrick, who is harboring 2 illegal immigrants. It is my firm belief that you're going to reform the entire judicial and federal immigration system by arresting all corrupt officials, thereby changing the image of the United States of being the haven for child kidnappers and illegal immigrants. I'm looking forward to hear from you and to have my child reunited with me without further delay. Thank you so much, Mr. Trump. Respectfully yours, Stefan Schürmann, a loving and concerned father seeking justice for his child.